Welcome everybody, this is Heroes and Brews with Nerdy Dudes. We are your friendly neighborhood Beeroes. My name is Ty. Across the internet is Kev. And we are going to talk about some speculation rumors going around the internet. And it is not confirmed by any of the major news outlets. But it is a fun topic that Kev and I have been talking about the past few weeks. Now, they're saying that Ben Affleck reportedly signed with HBO Max. What does this mean if it's true? What can we expect? Are we excited? Do we want this? Kev, take this away. You're very passionate about Batman. You're passionate about Batfleck, and I want to know what you're thinking.
I really am, man. You know, I said it before, and I'll say it again. When they cast him to play Batman, or when it was announced back in 2013 or something like that, a long time ago, I was so stoked, and I was like, yes, this makes absolute sense. He looks like Bruce Wayne, and he has the build to be a big hulking type Batman. And I know majority of the people were like, absolutely not. I don't even want to see this happen. And I was like, yes, I want to see this happen. It's going to be awesome. And then Batman v Superman comes out, mixed reviews, including myself at the time. But the Ultimate Edition, I actually love that movie. I really, really do. But besides the movie itself, Ben Affleck's portrayal of Batman and Bruce Wayne was probably the best part of that movie, in my opinion. I understand I'm a little biased, but to me, I think it was the best part. I mean, I love Henry Cavill's Superman. He's my favorite Superman. But Ben Affleck, and I think after people saw that movie, and even though there was mixed feelings towards the movie itself, I think majority of people's feelings about Ben being Batman and the way he portrayed Batman, everybody was like all of a sudden on board. And that's just usually like, they cast and then everybody's like, I hate this. This is stupid. And then it comes out and they see it and they're like, this is the best thing ever. And that's just the way it is. And I just have to laugh at it. But I loved this take on Batman. All the way from, his portrayal of Bruce Wayne, the kind of Batman he was more aggressive. It kind of reminded me of like the Dark Knight Returns Batman. And we've never seen a Batman. What Zack Snyder did with his Batman was he showed Batman's true fighting style. It reminded me of the Arkham games or what you'd see in the series, and we've never seen that before. I mean, because Batman's supposed to be this well-trained martial artist, and that never happened in the past. The suit is my favorite suit. Like literally, he was just like, Zack Snyder was like, I'm going to take, from the comic, the black and gray suit, and I'm just going to give it to you guys because it's about time. So I understand that has a lot to do with Zack Snyder. But Ben was incredible. What happened to him in Justice League really, really sucks. That was not Batman. And hearing news like this, I love it for Ben. I love it for the fans of Batman. I love it for myself, selfishly, because I think he deserved better. And I think there was a lot, like Ben is really, really passionate about the character of Batman. And I think he wanted to bring so much more to it. And it was just unfortunate, the events that took place. But I am so excited for this. I know it's just a rumor and we haven't, like WB hasn't confirmed it. Or like you said, places like Hollywood Reporter or Entertainment Weekly, haven't announced anything yet. But this would be incredible, man. I've said for a long time, and I may have said it on the show before, I'm sure I have, that Batman would really lend himself well to television. And, I mean, we've seen it in the animated series, but why couldn't you do a live-action Batman thing? And I hear people say, because Batman brings in so much money as far as theatrical releases, and you're absolutely right. But I think a story like Batman, with the rogues gallery that he has, the stories that you could tell, and I'm probably repeating myself, but after I saw the Daredevil series on Netflix, I was like, oh my God, you could do a Batman series. Like, why wouldn't you do a Batman series? So you have a Batman series on HBO Max. You have Robert Pattinson's or Matt Reeves' take on Batman. That's in movie theaters. the more Batman, the better for, in my opinion. But this has me so excited, man. I really hope this happens because I want it for Ben, and especially everything that he's gone through, and to be able to come back and be able to showcase his Batman and his story that he had would be awesome.
Yeah, I so I agree. I think Ben lost the passion at the moment because we had two different Batmans with Batman vs Superman and Justice League.
Oh yeah,
What I wasn't a fan of with Justice League is having Batman make stupid jokes. He doesn't do that.
yeah,
There's in some comics he'll make some like quick witted remarks that can be funny, but the way they did it in Justice League just wasn't good. And Ben Affleck enjoyed what he did in Batman vs Superman, and I like what you said about his fighting style because it was very fluid and it was quick. Because like in the Arkham games, that's what it is. It was very quick fight, punch, throw. Like that's what we saw, and it was vicious. It was brutal, and he broke bones and he took names, and that's what I like to see in Batman. Like he's got some size to him, and he used his size to his advantage, and it was really cool to see that happen because with Christian Bale and the Batmans in the past, no one really had that extra size to them. So it was nice to see someone a little like beefier and use that with the fighting style that Batman uses. It makes me happy that if this is true, that we get to see more than one Batman with with A-list actors at the Cal. Because we've never seen that. We've never seen A-list actors at one time take the Cal like in the same span of time.
Yeah, no.
And it's a good approach. Because it's your most famous villain. Jesus Christ, your most famous hero, and I think it's smart. It's gonna bring people in, and you'll have people watching everywhere. I'd be fine with watching 10 different Batman shows and movies all spaced out in different timelines and whatnot, and different portrayals of Bruce Wayne and Batman. Like, take advantage of that. Like, you have a multiverse. You don't have to like say they're all in the same multiverse, but you have a multiverse. So pretend you have different strains of Batman and use it in a web series, television series, movies, Netflix series, Hulu series. Like, just go. Like, there's so many people that I guarantee would love to play Batman and would love to have Batman on their platform.
I agree with you completely. I mean, you mentioned the multiverse, and I don't know if they're going to do anything like that. I mean, with this Flash movie, that's never going to happen. I don't know. I don't know if that's what they're hinting at, but think about comics, man, where this all stems from, and how many iterations of Batman, how many different Batman stories there are. You could go anywhere from, obviously, Batman in, the golden age of comics, the silver age, the new 52, rebirth. And then there was these kind of, this Earth 1 series that kind of branched off, I think, during the new 52 and
Injustice. You got deceased Batman, which I don't know if you ever read that series yet, but no. I didn't see. I know they're coming out with they have a second like season of it, but the first volume of Deceased is wild. Anyway, continue.
Really? Did you read Batman Metal?
Yes, that's fantastic. That whole thing, the Batman who laughs. They have a like a side comic for the Batman Who Laughs. It's fantastic. It's the characters they created with that, and the personas within the dark universe and the dark multiverse that Bruce Wayne took on in these different circumstances is brilliant. That's all I can say. It's brilliant. Yeah.
I know. I'm kind of mad at myself. I haven't read it yet. I've only heard good things.
Hey Kev, wait. So, if you've heard good things and you want to read it, you have my DC Universe access. That's the whole Dark Knight Metal's, original like Saga, not like the side stuff like with the Batman Who Laughs. There's some stuff on there, but it's not fully on there. But the
Hmm.
main story is on there. So
Oh, okay, I'll remember that then. Shit. Well, there you go. Guess I'm gonna start reading that. But yeah, I mean, you could have so many different stories. I mean, let Matt Reeves tell his. Let Ben tell his. Um, you want to do a Michael Keaton Batman Beyond thing? Do that as well. I mean, I don't know if people would get Batman out, but I think there's so many different stories you could tell with Batman, and I think having it on different media outlets, like you had said, like a streaming service, theatrical release, whenever when we go to movie theaters again in 2022, and there's so many different things you could do, and I don't know, man. I really hope this happens because I would be pumped, and dare I say it, I would even be pumped to see Jared Leto come back as his Joker. Suicide Squad, that movie is kind of garbage. It's not a great movie. And Jared Leto's Joker, I was kind of on the fence with, but I feel like I didn't get to see him enough. And I know Jared Leto's a great actor, and I wanted to see his Joker with Ben Affleck's Batman. I wanted them to like share scenes together.
yeah,
I'm curious to see how those two, like what kind of chemistry those two would have.
and I think bringing the Snyderverse, if they were doing this, and if they are doing this, I think bringing the Snyderverse to television, like HBO Max on the series, would be brilliant. I
Yeah,
think bring back Joe Manganiello as Deathstroke. I want to see it.
I
You
want to see.
know, when they originally teased him in the suit, I wanted it, and we got a glimpse of it, but
Yeah,
it never came through because of what happened. And I want to see him as Deathstroke. He looks the part. I think he can act the part, and I want to see him and Ben Affleck's Batman go at it. Like that
yeah,
would be epic, and I think they need to, you know, get on with that. Especially if that's what they're aiming for. If this is true, give me it. I will be watching HBO Max forever if you have a whole Snyderverse of DC characters going on. I'm in.
I recommend people to after you watch us, of course, stay on YouTube and YouTube Arkham Origins Batman vs. Deathstroke scene that I believe Tim Miller, who directed the first Deadpool, actually directed this scene. And obviously, it's all CGI or computer graphics. It's from the video game. It's beautifully done. It
Yes.
looks incredible. Everyone should watch that and then think of Ben Affleck and Joe Manganiello fighting as their specific characters while watching this scene. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes, I do.
Freaking awesome! It's awesome.
The, the fight scenes in all the Arkham games are wild. The story is fantastic. And even with stuff with the Joker, with some of it is a little on the border of being too much, when he becomes the big monster.
yeah,
That was
yeah.
a little, but
I
majority
agree.
of the Arkham, stories and scenes are fantastic. If you're into video games, if you're not, if you like DC, get the game if you can. If you have a computer, they might be on computer. I'm not 100% sure, but if you have a console and you have access to these games, just do it for the story. Put it on the easiest difficulty. Just play through and enjoy the story. They're amazing.
They
Anyway,
are,
sorry. That was a
and
sidetrack.
I know. I could talk. We could have a whole episode probably talking about the Arkham games,
Yeah.
which we do at some point. They are great games, but yeah, give Ben Affleck his chance, man. I really feel like we were teased in Batman v Superman, and I I want it so bad. Even like I don't even care. Like if Matt Reeves does his thing, I'm super stoked for his thing. I would love Ben Affleck to do his thing, and if that means that his thing is on HBO Max or wherever, I don't care. But I want to see his vision too because I think it would be really really awesome. I think it would make a lot of Batman fans happy what he would have to show
Yeah,
for sure.
I agree.
Yeah, man.
With that said, if this is true, would you like this to happen? Would you like to see a Snyderverse happen on HBO Max? Excuse me. There was a burp from the beverages I was drinking. The nice Cloudy and Cumbersome from Levante Brewing Company. Do you want Ben Affleck, if he hasn't yet, sign a contract with HBO Max to be Batman? Give us your thoughts. Write in the comments. Make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoy us. Listen to us on our podcast and all that fun stuff. And check us out, which I haven't said yet, on a video because I'm stupid. Go to our website at heroesandbrews.com because we grabbed that domain and I'm pumped. Sorry.
That is awesome. What are the chances?
Right?
What are the chances? You know they're heroesandbrews.com. Oh my god.
But as always, thank you for watching. And Kev, it's always an honor. It's always a privilege.
Every time, buddy.
Cheers.
Cheers.